Hello and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be looking at a really awesome first-person platformer called Skylight. And I have to say, my absolute first impression when I opened this up is absolutely classy. Beautiful music hit me right away, lovely art design, everything's really vectored, nice-looking, smooth, really polished. And I haven't actually played this yet, I've only seen a very short little video about it, so this is all new to me. Let's check out the instructions. So WASD and switch cameras on C. Look with mouse. Alright, makes sense. So we're going to jump up platforms to the top. Glowing continue platforms give you one reset if you fall. Aim your spotlight to see platforms when it gets dark, and make it home. Alright, very cool. Let's give it a shot. Oh, wow, we're right in. Okay, I wasn't expecting to be going just yet. So, do platforms... Okay, they start to break when you land on them, so you get like one shot per platform, I guess, or a couple of shots per platform. Seem to have this kind of a silly robot body or something. Oh, it's... Okay, that makes sense, actually. He's got thrusters on him, that's why. When I want to jet backward, you see the thrusters come out. That kind of seems cool. So let's aim for this music one. So I can't tell, it may be actually like generating the music as I play. Oh, I've already fallen. Progress 3%. So our goal is obviously make it all the way to the end, and I believe this is all random each time, so we're going to... Wow, okay, that was pretty bad. Let's try that again. Okay, so it is playing notes when I land on these. I wonder if the colors correspond. Regardless, it's still very cool concept. The developer is actually a musician, so this all makes sense. You can tell right away. I mean, the sound value, the sound quality is very high quality. And we're just gonna keep moving on. I really like stuff like this. I mean, between the art style, the really nice music, and then the just like kind of tranquil nature of it, yet it's still got some tension. It sort of reminds me a little bit of playing Mirror's Edge, which I'm a big fan of as well. Still waiting for a sequel on that one. So we gotta see how much momentum we can get while moving forward, and try and stay cognizant of where exactly our body and shadow are going to line up. And we don't want to overuse our momentum either. So it sounds like tension builds a little bit as we... Oh, man. So we start to make progress. I'm gonna try it in the third-person viewpoint. I know once I get in the proper groove here, I'm going to be probably pretty good at this. But just starting out, it's going to take a little bit of acclimation. So we're going to wander our way up into the clouds, and I guess there's a nice little... Oh, wow, that was terrible. Why would I do that? There's nice little flourishes, I'm told, like seeing birds, and you may actually go through like patches of clouds, I guess. And then you may end up ending up where it's dark, and you have to use your spotlight to see, which is kind of cool. I'm really into the idea that it's sort of creating the music as you play, and it lends a lot to the procedural element that there's something a little bit different each time, which is definitely going to help you feel the drive to want to continue and beat your best scores. Because when you're first starting out, I mean, it's like, you gotta get used to it, but then once you get into the groove and you seem to be pretty good at it, if this was all the same every time, it's gonna get boring really fast. Thankfully, that's not an issue. So the controls, they feel, I think, pretty much what I would expect them to feel like. I don't think they feel weird or anything. They are a little... Oh, crap. Okay, that was way too... Oh, that sucks. There was a continue one right there. I could have actually gotten a checkpoint. It's not a permanent checkpoint, but it just lets you reset once if you fall. Wow, what am I doing? And I only found that out from reading the README. What was I saying before? I don't even remember. Oh, I was talking about the procedural elements. So yeah, if you're playing this for a long time, you get really good at it. You're going to want it to be different, otherwise you're going to lose a lot out on the replay value. And I wonder what opens up after you finish this, because there's a locked mode. Wow, that probably should have not worked. I guess what I was expecting before I turned this on was I thought you were going to be doing the jumping yourself. I didn't know that this was all going to be automated. Like, each platform is kind of like one of those trampoline blocks in Mario 3 or something. Or, you know, just a bouncy block or something. Oh, man. So it does make it a little harder than I was expecting. I thought since these platforms were all going to be there, I was just going to be jumping up them as fast as I could, you know, hitting spacebar or something. But no. Every time you land, boing, you go. Maybe easier getting used to this in the third-person mode. Still got to sort of test out the boundaries of how far that's going to break, yeah. I got to test out the boundaries of how far I can travel on one burst. Oh, and I was talking about the inertia and stuff. Like, when you first bounce off a block... Oh, that's going to kill me. Crap. When you first bounce off a block, though, there's a certain sludginess to starting to move. It's not like you're in, like, complete air control. You have to sort of, like, slow your velocity down before you can land where you expect to land. And I think I should be working more with the velocity than trying to fight it, which is something I still got to get used to. And then watching for broken blocks. Man, I'm really doing bad at this. It's fun, though. I'm not complaining. I'm just, not good at it yet. Once I get the speed down and the distance thing, it's all going to fall into place, and then I'm going to be just crushing levels in this. Well, not levels, but... wow. Yeah, I could easily see how this could be very addictive, because I actually don't want to stop playing this at all. Every time I get to the "you just failed" screen, I'm like, alright, this is the time I'm going to do better. And I think that's really aided by the fact that there's not a long delay between you ending a game and starting a new one. Alright, so those ones seem to give you extra high boosts. Unless that was just a coincidence. What's at the bottom of that platform? It looks like there's a light or something? Oh, man. I thought I knew where I was landing. Man, my best is 9%. That is not that good. I like how minimal everything is, too. Like, the art style is... It actually looks cel-shaded on the platforms. And I think there's just enough for you to feel like there's a little bit of, like, its own style. And it doesn't feel overwhelming or heavy-handed or anything. It's just... It is what it is. You feel like it fits. And it goes nicely with the sky. I mean, everything really fits together well. I might want, like, a little bit more... Oh, that was a terrible move. What was I doing there? I might want just a little bit more of a, like, an early indicator of when one of the blocks up ahead happens to be broken, because I guess right now, since I'm focusing so much on landing, I'm not looking ahead as far as I should be. And I guess once I get the feeling down of how far each jump is going to take me, I'm going to be able to notice what's further away much easier. Sort of like learning to drive. Like, you sort of look at the front of your car a lot when you first start, and then after you get the feel for the car, you start to look out further ahead and further ahead until you're just driving normally. At least that's how it went for me, and I think most of my friends when we were in driver's ed. That was always a thing, like, the driver's instructor was always like, make sure you don't just stare at the front of your hood, that's not going to help anyone. I wonder what the story is with this little robot guy, he's kind of cute. Is this one of his dreams? Oh man, come on. I wonder if there might be a little bit of fine-tuning still to be done with the jumping. I might be wrong, but, like, I guess it's just the air control thing feels like it's a little weird to me, like a little sludgy. But it's also, I guess it's pretty accurate for what we're trying to do, considering this guy's got, like, little air jets blowing him around. That's not going to move you that quickly anyway. I can't believe how bad I'm doing. I really thought I was going to be really good at this. Let's go back into first person for a bit. Oh, so you can kind of slam into the sides of them and that works too? I didn't know that. That might change how I play this a little bit. I might actually try and reach out for the next block a little bit more desperately now. I feel like the platforms are probably just the right size too. Like, any smaller and it would be too easy to miss them. Any larger, it would probably make the challenge way too little. I mean, it would be kind of interesting to experiment around a little bit, like have difficulty modes. and have that scale the size of them. Like if there's a super hardcore mode that made it so you could, crap. Oh, come on, I gotta make it this time. Alright. Checkpoint. Kind of. Yeah, if there's like a hardcore difficulty where you could set these blocks to be super tiny, I would be interested in seeing how that is. I mean, obviously I'm not going to be any good at it yet, but still working there. Maybe eventually. Oh, that one's bad. Alright, the times I fail are almost always when there's a block that I don't expect I need to adjust for. Like, yeah. Okay, I'm coming back, though. I got another shot. I guess this is going to put me back where that checkpoint was. Oh, which actually is kind of interesting, because if it saves the ones that I broke through or caused damage to, that's going to change the way I have to proceed forward next time. There's actually quite a lot of subtle strategy to this. You wouldn't expect it. But the steering and everything really does lend that strategy element to it. Well, that one's screwed up. I gotta avoid that. Alright, all the way over here. Oh crap, there's a big gap. As much as I wish there were more platforms, at the same time, I think this is also a pretty good amount of them. And for it to be a randomly, like, procedurally generated type game, I think it definitely hits the mark well on that. Alright, blue one. There we go. Oh, there's another checkpoint up there. I can barely see. I'm, like, looking out of my peripheral vision. Oh, wow. Okay, I was gonna say, what happens when I hit one from the bottom too late? 19%. Well, I did better. I guess I'll try one more, provided I don't immediately fail. And you can look at your high scores here, which is nice. So you can tell the pacing changes a lot. Like, when you first start out, things are really piled together, like all the platforms are really kind of easy to grab. The gaps are really small. And then when you start to get further out, the pacing changes, and you gotta be a lot more selective about where you land. I wanted to get to, like, some of the crazy dark areas or whatever, but we'll see. I'm gonna try and hold down the forward button as much as I can. I think that's probably gonna be beneficial to me. Oh, not like that, though. Oh, man, I can't stop playing this. I really want to keep going. It seems silly to say, but I almost feel like there should be a retry button instead of just play, like the reset, which brings you to the main menu. It might not make a real difference, but I almost feel like I just want to go straight back into the game instead of having to hit one more button. I'm just being really lazy and commenting on the UI. That's not really a criticism, but... Oh, there's some birds. I didn't notice those before. The impulsive nature of our ADD generation requires that we are immediately thrust back into the situation, and we are pretty much immediately thrust back in, so I can't really say that's a thing. Pretty sure I said one more, and here I am again. Oh, failing again! It really looked so easy in the videos, or in the little video that I saw of it. I was like, alright, this is not a problem. I played Metroid Prime, I can do first-person platforming. In fact, I think most games, when I find a first-person platforming sequence, I usually find them to be too easy, and then there's always people complaining about it. Usually I have a pretty good sense of, like, the physical space that my character tends to occupy, and I think I still have that here, but it's taken me a little longer than I expected to get acclimated. You can tell, though, I've gotten a little better, right? Like, I'm making it to the checkpoints now a little bit more. Alright, there we go. And it's good that it's hard. I mean, if it was too simple, no one would want to play this for very long. I like games you gotta improve on and really get some skill at to really progress. I mean, if you look at the stuff that's on my channel, of Let's Plays of, like, Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac and all kinds of really difficult, challenging games. I don't think I would put this on the same scale as, like, Super Meat Boy, but it's definitely tough. Oh yeah, there we go. Feels good when you nail the distance just right. I'm trying to let the velocity work with me instead of fight it too much. That really seems to be the way to go. Like, instead of backpedaling, yeah, when I backpedal, that screws me up. I gotta just go forward and then maybe a little bit of a tap at the end to change my velocity if I have to. Alright, now we got big... Oh man, big ascension issue here. Blue one, go for that one. Alright. If I get a broken one at the wrong time, it's really gonna screw me up. Barely made that jump. Alright. Oh, crap. I was right there. Now I gotta go all the way back and hope that I can make it through this again. It's an interesting juxtaposition because it's pretty tense at the same time. Like, it's soothing as hell. Like, the music is really tranquil and pretty and placid and all those nice, happy, soothing words. But the gameplay itself does keep you on edge because you're always one fall away from falling forever, essentially. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Darn. Ah, man. Well, so that was my highest as far as progress, but I didn't get the highest score. I wonder how that works. I guess landing on certain things somehow. Oh, because I used a continue. That makes sense. Alright, so I think we're going to wrap it up. This has been Skylight, a totally awesome game. I really do recommend this one. It's actually only $2.50 from the developer's webpage, which I'm going to have featured right in the description. Link to it, I mean. And then there's also a demo, which I assume is probably going to let you play at least as much as you saw me playing in the video, if not maybe a little bit more. I could be wrong on that, but that's my guess anyway. So yeah, I'm definitely going to recommend go check this out if you are a fan of games like this. I mean, it's a niche game, I mean, really, but at the same time, there's not much else I can think of that's just like it. And if there is, that you guys know about, let me know, because I'm interested in always trying different stuff like this. But I had a great time, I think you guys will as well, and I want you to check out Skylight, very cool. So as always, remember to head on over to the website, which is www.indie-impressions.com. This video and all the others I've done on the show will be categorized neatly for your perusal. You can sort them by distribution method, and you can, look through them, search for different developers, and all kinds of good stuff like that. You can also check out our forums, talk on there, meet some cool people, and just generally have a good time. There's also at RockLeeSmile and at Indie Impression on Twitter. Those are if you want to send me game suggestions or just see what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. That would probably be the way to do it, at least the easiest way I know of. And then there's the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/indieimpressions. I urge you guys to come on over there and join our little mini community so you can get a little hit of awesome indie games in your Facebook feed. So that will pretty much do it. Make sure you come back again tomorrow. I do one of these videos every single day, and I hope to see you back, because sure, it's going to be another cool one. I've been doing a pretty good run, I think, of awesome indie games in the last few weeks, and I haven't really hit too many sour notes. I rarely do, actually. This show is generally all cool indie games. Sometimes you get one that's a little bit on the light side, and I know we were doing the LD24 games for a while. Those were definitely on the light side as far as content-wise, but lately we've been getting into some meatier, very depth-filled, indulgent experiences. I don't know where I'm going with this, but you understand. So, again, I hope to see you back again tomorrow, and I hope you have a lovely night, and remember to check out Skylight. See you later, guys!